past each other.
All right.
Not bumping yet, buddy?
3, 2, 1, begin.
Diamond taking his shit on.
We don't talk about Bruno.
No.
Yeah.
We don't talk about Bruno.
It's not K4.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
we don't talk about.
So I have a joke. You know, they said, "What's the difference between?" No, I'm not gonna tell the joke. All right.
We're passing space particles here. Come on.
Timon's gonna blow up and find out about it.
he's all red. He's all red.
He's in Australia.
Still no.
Six more months. 6 more months.
Oh no.
Oh
no.
More months. Shit.
Until release.
No.
Carmen, you're supposed to red nose him the first attempt.
5 months have been added for overrolling. Too much? You have to hit him to win. You know, it's like,
I'm never going to do this. I'm never going to take this test, and you
Were
shouldn't
you-
have either.
yeah, you
Like,
have to
did he
use
get it
yeah,
this
you have
good?
to show your guns. Yeah, you
I
have to
recommend jousting. Jousting seems to work really well.
basically anything besides what you're doing currently would be
Nice and
fantastic.
45.
Yo, great.
Short mag, bro.
Short bags.
You should shoot that guy right there. Shoot him. Shoot him. Shoot him. Shoot him. Oh my God.
Lasers.
He's gonna kill you. Shoot him.
Deep hip. I love it.
She's staring to the sun.
Begin.
Hey, Osvard, I don't know what you're doing here.
Oh yeah, he's got the sun.
Oh my God. Shoot him. Shoot him.
You
I
got
love
you got
Osvard,
lucky.
too.
You have the good.
That one.
You have the good
How
map
about
to
you do
test.
some work here?
You got the enough to test.
Channeling my inner hole.
You know, we were talking about getting in there and getting
Horse
the
rule.
angles and shit, and you're just standing there.
yourself, Assborn. Oh no.
Oh no! What was that?
Oh,
Got a land shot.
45.
Oh no!
Is it Osborn or Assborn? It's more like Assborn to me right now.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Behind your base.
His ass is about to get worn out.
Oh yeah, ass is worn.
Wow.
Oh no.
Does your butt hurt? Because my ass hurts.
I brought lube. I prepared in advance.
That was a whopping 0 damage.
That was super close.
No,
Super
that
close.
was there was damage. It was emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Go ahead and give you your B now, my dude.
Are you sure he deserves it with how he's showing?
Shots fired.
Okay, you got this. We're all rooting for you, Aspirin.
One pass, right?
Giving out them bees.
Aspirin.
Come on, Assborn.
I got that B.
Let's go,
One pass,
Aspan.
right? And then do it. Oh.
No,
Make us
there's
proud.
no pass.
Oh shit! All right.
He said no passes, bitch.
I got
Like,
that B.
learn to follow the goddamn rules.
Come on, fight him.
Turn your headset off.
Take the D, earn the B.
It rhymes and makes sense. Fantastic.
Hey, Osvarn, shoot him.
Shoot him. Shoot him.
Come on.
Shoot
He's
him.
right there. Come on. He's right there. Come on.
Come on, he's right there.
You should. You want to make sure you don't get hit by his stuff too, though. I mean,
Yeah. You gotta deflect. Ace.
Yeah,
It also hits your shots,
Got
dude.
a boost.
what's your guard, man?
There we go.
Block, parry his shots.
Oh.
Hello and welcome back, everybody. So, for some of you guys who aren't used to the testing process that comes with applying for Avenger Squadron, the testing process is quite simple. You got to shoot me down. You have 2 lives to do it, but it's a bit of a rite of passage. It's a lot of fun. Everybody is invited to show up, and there are no limits, truly, to what is allowed to be said in the chat, except for overtly racist things. And the intent is to distract and haze the individual in the testing process to make sure that we try to throw them off their mental game as much as possible to see if they are able to handle the added stress and distraction and still maintain their target fixation. So It's a lot of fun. I would highly suggest anybody who hasn't been part of one of the ceremonies to, if they see it on the announcements on Discord, to pleasantly jump in and be part of the fun. As you can see here, we all have a good time. But it is a exciting part of anybody's application process when it comes to applying for the squadron. But that being said, I kind of wanted to quickly touch on some of the things that both these pilots made mistakes in during this fight, just to kind of help them, but also give you guys a little bit more content every day by that 1%, just to kind of help solidify the you kind of have to see it every day. You know, it's just like every skill, right? You just, you know, even though this first video might not, you know, might not stick, or it might not really feel good, the next one, the next one, the next one, the next one, and the next one might, if you see it in different angles, it might really help, right? So let's jump right into it. So here we see coming in on the approach. And again, right, the whole kind of less is more idea. You can see I'm making small, tight corkscrews here. A little bit of wave pattern set here as I move into the next shot. And you'll notice something on this turn right here. Overroll right there, so there's not a lot of actual deflection that he's doing. Into this turn here, and again, another overroll, no deflection here, so he's just getting hit to pieces here. And again, right, so the biggest problem here with K4, and I noticed this as well from the previous fight, is when you're going evasive, it's not so much about making a lot of movement. You have to make the right kind of movement, and it's all relative to the enemy, right? So what he should have considered doing was rotating his bottom thrusters to cut himself to get closer to me, and either put a little side strafe in and then started to roll through, because his corkscrews and his evasive pattern, it just simply, basically it stood him still. Remember, most deflections are all relative to the enemy, right? So if you're making movements, you got to make sure that you're making movements to give you a good enough angle so that when you're strafing up or left or right, you're not strafing into the shot path, you're kind of strafing 90 degrees offset from it, right? So let's take a look at our second tester here. And what I want you to focus on for this fight is what's called over energy, or push throughs, right? Now, you'll notice that my throttle is usually set quite low when I'm engaging here, because I don't want to overemphasize my acceleration forward, because the strongest thruster we have is our main thruster. Now, these turns here are your typical turns, you know, into an S pattern, cancel his movement here, push towards him. And this right here is when he over pushes. And you'll see right here, too much forward thrust allows me to keep my rate fight on him. I'm shooting a good 2 seconds before he even has a chance to return fire. And I'm also keeping my speed relatively lower than his here. So I've already made 2 more movements in the same space where he has over-energied himself, pushed too hard, too much acceleration on the forward thrust, which gives him basically a predictable flight path, right? Allows me to feed him full of shots, allows me to change my position relative to my enemy as I engage here. And as he comes in for this last turn, again, another over push here, right? Not too much of an over push, but enough that it's not giving him the position he wants, right? So you got to be very careful when it comes to engaging in these close range fights, because if you're gonna push too close, again, right, another over push, but it's also a good job for my position to push onto him when he pushes in like that, right? So if I've already kind of moved my nose in the position I want to be in, I'm already 45-degree turning onto him, and he pushes towards me, but he pushes a little too hard, I might actually push into that, I'll push into that mistake that he's made, and I'll actually extend my turn in the opposite strafe direction so that it takes more time for him to kind of get back on me, which we can see right here. But that's all I got for you today, guys. Thank you so much for all the love and support all you folks have shown in the YouTube channel and on Twitch. I couldn't do this without you, and I love making these videos. Be sure to take a look at Predator mounts if you're interested in getting a mounting system for your joysticks. Use the code Avenger1 if you'd like to get a discount. And I'd like to see all your smiling faces out for the next YouTube and the next Twitch stream. Thank you so much. I was Avenger1, and I'll see you next time.